What's up, everybody? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Hope everybody's Tuesday is going well. We still got a couple of more days to go before the weekend, but other than that, I hope your week is starting off pretty well for you. Just wanted to do a quick content. I was watching Reg the Bad Guy. He's one of the dudes that I rock with within the YouTube streets. I've done a couple of panels with Reg, and never had any issues with him. He's one of the guys that I actually enjoy listening to. I don't rock with too many guys in the YouTube streets, but he's a cool dude. But anyhow, I was listening to his content about nigga trinkets. And it was interesting to me because I've never seen so many grown men on the YouTube streets being so petty. There's so much pettiness going on in the YouTube streets. I mean, it's starting to become like a big old circus. I've just never seen so many grown men, talk about each other like little girls in high school. And we have a lot of that going on within the YouTube streets. But I said all that to say this. That's really kind of besides the point. The issue is that, it's a lot of men, not all men, but it's a lot of men that think, they could still pull women based on what they got, based on the image that they portray because they drive in a certain car or they live in a certain house or they wear name brand shoes, wearing name brand suits. And even though all of that stuff is wonderful, and it may be nice, but grown women can't be manipulated by the image that a man portrays. Once a woman has gained experience and she's been out there in the world, you can't deceive a real woman based on your materialistic lifestyle. Because real women know, any real woman knows at the end of the day, it's not what a man has, it's how that man treats her, it's the vibe, it's the spirit that he carries. Um, that makes him different from the other men. I've been in the dating world before I've been married, and I've dated guys who've had nice cars, nice houses, had good jobs, nice apartments. I mean, I've met guys who materialistically had a lot going for themselves. But once I got to learn about them and meet the layer underneath the image they portrayed, I realized there was no chemistry, there was no connection. And what it is, it's still the young minded, it's still the girl minded, the little girl minded women who are still being deceived and being manipulated by the materialistic lifestyle. Any grown woman who's been out there and who's dated and who has experience, you can't manipulate her. I don't care if you got name brand shoes. I don't care if you live in a gated community because she's not looking at what you could provide materialistically. Now, this is not to say it's not important. Don't no woman want no broke man. Period. I don't care if she black, white, young or old, and like I'm sure men don't, they don't want no broke ass woman. They don't want a woman coming to them down and out, no money, no job, to where he has to pick her up all the way from the bottom and carry her. So it goes both ways because there's men that are expecting women to bring stuff to the table like there is women. But what I'm saying is that we have a lot of catty dudes that still think they could only pull women based on what they have materialistically. And if you are a real man with real game, you can get a woman. I don't care if you pushing a 1978 Volvo, because like I stated, it's still going to be some. You still got some gold diggers, that still have this mentality that they only want to deal with brothers that got money. They only want to deal with men who got high social status. You still got some females out there that got that gold digging mind concept, and those are the ones that are still immature. Those are the ones that they're still in that little girl state of mind. Because anybody that's a full grown woman knows most of the time when you deal with dudes that got a lot of financial things, they got nice cars, nice houses, nice top of the line shoes, top of the line designer label suits. The majority of guys who place so much emphasis on their image, those are the ones that usually have the most bad attitudes. It's no different than dealing with a woman that's very materialistic. If all she wears is red bottom Louis Vuitton shoes, if she has to have Coach bags, she has to have Michael Kors bags. You deal with a woman that has that's very materialistic. She's going to be one of those women. She's going to be hard to please, because she's too busy trying to keep up with the fad, keep up with the trends. And it just amazes me how you have people in the YouTube streets that are dogging other people, based on their source of income, how they live, because they see somebody living in a small apartment. They want to throw shade on somebody's panel. Yeah, you living in a small apartment. Why you don't have no furniture in your living room? It's a lot of pettiness going on in YouTube streets where people is pocket watching. They pocket watching and looking at who got what. And I'm like, this is grown men, grown women. We talking about people over 50 years old. I mean, over 40. Yeah, because really, once you hit your 40s, you totally grown. What's up, Mug? We got people on YouTube over 40 years old and cracking on each other and throwing jokes on each other like we're in the high school locker room. Yeah, man, your house so small, man, that if you order a large pizza, you got to eat it outside. I mean, what's up, Drama Club? Coogin? We have a lot of pettiness. We have grown men that are knocking where other men live. When did grown men start doing that? Now I know grown women gonna always be petty. Women gonna always be petty. I expect women to do that. I expect women to be like, oh man, her hair no longer than a quarter past nine and all. I expect women got all day to be petty. But when you see grown men, I'm like, Lord, I know we really in trouble now. You got dudes going in on other dudes. Now we in trouble. When I see black men disrespect the other black men, I know as a black woman, there's no hope for me in these YouTube streets. Hey, there is none because I'm seeing other brothers disrespect other brothers. So I know to stay my feminine behind, move out the way because the way grown men are going in on each other. Talking about, yeah, man, your house so small, your welcome mat just say, well, we got grown men up here shading each other. It's crazy. Yes, yeah, Ma, give me your word for the day because I know you got a dictionary word for me. What's up, Nadia? My thing is, the thing about it is what some of these dudes in the YouTube streets have to realize. It don't matter what kind of car you got. It don't matter what kind of house you got. Guess what? Do y'all all not realize that when we leave here, our graves are going to be the same size? Do y'all not realize that? Do y'all not realize everything we got here, we can't take it with us? Do y'all not realize that? All these worldly possessions, things of the world that we make so relevant, things of the world that we make so important, we place so much value and materialistic things. And the bad part is when you are sick and your life is just a second away and you're on your deathbed and the doctor tells you, you only got 6 months. You only got, 3 months, 2 weeks. Find out you got cancer, find out you got something medically wrong with you. I guarantee you, when you laying in that bed, you're not gonna think about that Lexus in your driveway. Oh, good word, good definition, Mug. Good one. You're not thinking about that stuff. When a doctor tell you you only got a couple of months to live, what's up, Missy? What's up, Water? When a doctor only tells you you got a couple of months to live, you're not thinking about that Lexus in your driveway. You're not thinking about that big old house that you was paying those high behind mortgage payments on. It's going what people don't realize. It is so much more to life than materialistic things. It really, really is. And the sad part is, a lot of us are not going to understand that until something tragic happens. A death happens in your family, the doctor tells you, you don't, they found cancer in your body, and you find out about all these, tragic events. You're not thinking about your materialistic things. When a doctor telling you you got you've been diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, you're not thinking about the money in your bank account. You're not thinking about the cars on your driveway. You're not thinking about what kind of house you got. You know what's gonna matter to you at that point when you know you don't have long to be here? What's gonna matter to you is your soul being right. That's what's going to matter to you. It's so funny how the materialistic things in the world, it means so much to us till we get in a situation where we realize how much it really can't benefit us when it really boils down to it. Know how many millionaires dead and gone and their mansions are still here? Let me tell y'all something. Heaven and hell don't have no valet parking. Y'all know that, right? What's up, poetic? Cool Jen. What's good? What's up, Water? Sniper? Many of us think having a lady. Yeah, it's a shame how, you know what? People think money is everything until you get in a situation that money can't fix. People really think money is everything. Till the doctor tell you, you know, they found something medically wrong with you. Let you find out you at work one day and you get a call. Your wife done got in a bad car accident. Your husband done got killed, coming home from work or whatever. Let me tell you something. You're not thinking about how much money you have in your bank account. The doctor tell you your child, is sick. It may not make it. It's going to always be something in life that's going to knock you right off your high horse. And it's so unfortunate that you would think with all these grown men and grown women that supposedly supposed to be grown in these YouTube streets, you would think they would get it by now. It's going to all. Let me tell you something. Life will make you shut your mouth. Life will make you shut your mouth. How many of us out there been through some never thought situations? Never thought you would your child would end up in prison. Never thought your child would end up pregnant. Never thought, you would be diagnosed with cancer or some type of medical illness. Never thought you would lose a son or daughter through a tragedy, through violence. It's a lot of us out there that experienced some never thoughts. Never thought, oh, this can't happen to me. I got all this money. I'm living good. I'm straight. I'll never be in the poor house. Let me tell you something. The same ones you pass going up are the same ones you're going to have to pass coming down. We got too many arrogant people, not in just YouTube streets and life, period. And I don't worry about these type of individuals because I know life has a way of really opening your eyes to reality. And you have to be humble with your blessings. I don't care what you got now. Do you not realize all the things that you have could be taken away from you in the blink of an eye? Doesn't matter how successful you are. Guess what? Successful people still experience pain. Rich people still experience pain. Poor people experience pain. It don't one thing about it. Life, none of us are exempt from pain. None of us are exempt from going through. Let me tell you something. And death does not discriminate. Because we all have a day where we're gonna have to meet our maker. So you have to be very careful with what you do here. Because you're gonna have to answer for all of that stuff when your time comes. You're going to have to explain when it's time for you to meet your maker. You're going to have to explain the way you treated people while you were here. And we take all of this for granted until that time comes. And the people that's long gone before us, if they could come back and tell us to get it right, they would tell us to get it right. It's real out here. Anything is up for grabs. Ain't none of us, not me, you, nobody in this chat room, none of us is promised to be here tomorrow. We're really not. Exactly, Mug. And we playing with it like we got a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time to be uh using our life, and playing games with our lives, and using the time we here to make people miserable. That is not what God put you on this earth for. We all got a purpose. And the sad part is a lot of us are using our purpose for the wrong reasons. If you have a voice, just because you have a good gift of gab, who's to say God gave you that gift of gab for you to break down another black man, for you to break down another black man? Sometimes God gives some of us a voice so we can uplift and share the word with one another. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But a lot of people are not going to do that because they're too busy. They're worried about their image. They're too busy worried about their image. They're too busy worrying about who they're trying to impress. Oh yeah, I'm on live right quick. I'm out to get off in a few. Okay, I'll call you back. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm on live right quick. I'm about to get off in about 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we have too many. As I stated, we have too many people that's placing too many emphasis on materialistic things. And again, if you're a woman with experience, you're not going to be deceived. It don't matter if you meet a man that's wearing name brand shoes and he driving a Lexus and he lives in a gated community. Underneath all of that, if he has a bad attitude and he has no respect for how he treats you, after a while, that stuff is not going to mean anything to you. Exactly, Night of the Wind. That's what I'm saying. We have to be humble. There's too many people around here, and let me tell you something. God, God can give you the devil. Well, actually, the devil, because believe it or not, the devil take care of his own too. The devil gonna take care of his people. A lot of people around here thinking they being blessed when really the devil is supplying. Um, he's supplying those who serve them. He's taking care of them too because he knows the more he gives you, the more less need you have for God. So don't think that everything you have is a blessing because sometimes the devil, he'll give you all of what you want too to keep you distracted, to keep your eyes off of God. So you have to also know, you know what I mean? You have to also realize that the devil will also look out for his own. Anything to keep you from focusing and living for God. And it's sad that everybody that claims to have all this knowledge, they're not reading in between the lines and they're not figuring that out. But at the same time, I know people who got all kind of stuff and they can't enjoy it. They can't enjoy it. What good is having all these materialistic all these materialistic possessions when you can't enjoy it? Your health ain't good. Your health ain't good. You could barely walk. You could barely feed yourself. You got to go to the doctor every other week and all this other stuff. What good is it having all these materialistic things because when you can't enjoy it? Your health is your wealth when it really boils down to it. And it just amazes me. You got all of these grown men and grown women that are sitting up here knocking other people who don't have what they have. Well, why you rocking Walmart shoes? Well, why you rocking this? And why you buying your clothes from the thrift shop? Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of rich people I know personally, people who I know balling and really got money. I've seen them shop at Goodwill, and it's never our kind. It's always black folks that's trying to stunt and make themselves look like they got so much because their image is all they have. They really don't have any confidence. A confident man, this one thing I can tell you. A confident man could be driving a 1978 Volvo employ more women than the arrogant Negro that has a 2019 Lexus. It's about that man's confidence. Notice I said confidence, not arrogance. Before I got married and I was dating, I used to date guys that drove nice cars, had nice apartments, had nice careers, but when I got to know them, their attitude underneath all of that made them look poor as hell, made them look dead broke. Some people may be rich in finances, but they broke in the spirit. They poor in personality because you can't buy personality. And there's guys I've met who didn't have the nicest cars, who wasn't rocking the nicest shoes, but but just their personality alone made me overlook what they didn't have. And see, that's how some of these guys they get used and they get taken advantage of because you want to flash what you got because you think that makes you feel like you're a big man. As long as you driving a nice car, as long as you driving a nice house. No, what you doing is you make yourself become a thought target. You have all type of thoughts to start targeting you. That's usually what happens. Um, People not shopping at Goodwill. Exactly, Water Sniper. I'm telling you, if people who got money don't show it. People who got money, they would never show it. Bill Gates, I've never seen him own a pair of Jordans. Never. It's always but black folks have this thing about always having a stunt because we think the more it looks like we got, we think that designer labels define who we are, and that's not true. So a lot of times, money. Let me tell you the trick with money. Money just makes you more of what you already are. If you was already cocky Negro before you got money, you're gonna be even more cockier when you get money. If you was already stingy poor, you're gonna be even more stingier when you rich. If you was already mean and nasty when you were struggling, give a mean and nasty person some millions and see how they really up the ante. Money just enhances you. It makes you more what you are. If you was already a whore when you was poor, you're going to be even more whorish once you become rich. Money just enhances more of your bad habits. If you're a poor alcoholic, you're going to be a rich alcoholic. And I know a lot of rich people they're crazy. They're crazy. And some of them, they can't keep no friends. And it's a lot of rich folks that's on all kind of medication because they mind ain't right. You'll be surprised how some folks with money, they have to pay psychiatrists. They got to get professional counseling because a lot of them got a lot of mental issues. There's a lot of that going on. But as I was stating, I don't know why all these grown men on YouTube streets are talking about other grown men and what they got and making fun and picking on other grown men. Well, you ain't rocking no real shoes. And why you staying in the basement apartment? Unless you came up with a silver spoon in your mouth, as I recall, didn't you have to struggle at some point in time before you got to where you are? Didn't you have to stay with somebody? Didn't you have to start working at a burger joint before you got to where you are? It just amazes me where people forget where they come from. And I was talking about this the other day. Matter of fact, I talked about this, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was talking about Steve Harvey. Same, all now because of his arrogance and his cocky, he done lost three different shows in less than a month because people get on a high horse, and this is not to say that I'm rejoicing because this man, done lost so much in such a short nick of time. But what I'm saying is, it's too many people that's getting so cocky on these YouTube streets that they think they're invincible. They think they can't be touched, they can't be stopped. They feeling like they are on top of the world and not realizing that your world could crumble in the blink of an eye. Life itself ain't even promised. You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow to be sitting up here picking and throwing shade at folks today. You don't know if your time is tomorrow. None of us do. So why put so much of your energy into bashing other folks, into talking about what other people have and what other people don't have? Because you once upon a time you didn't always have it either. How soon, how quick we're quick to forget where we came from. And guess what? Do you not realize you can always get back there? You can always get, you may be in the penthouse right now, but you can always go back to the doghouse. So don't be too big and don't get too overly confident and arrogant because everybody that you don't see spending money, that don't mean they don't have money. As I stated in my last video, everybody's priorities is different. For instance, I knew this one chick. This chick, she would get a new car almost every freaking year. Every year, she's going to the dealership and getting her another vehicle. And to people who don't know no better, in their eyes, she may look like she rich and she got it all together, when really she just kept losing cars. She would fall behind on the payments and get another car, get another car, get another car. And it's a lot of people, just because you see some people who look like they got it like that, that don't mean they have it like that. I know people who drive nice cars, but they hardly got any furniture in their house. I know people who got nice cars, but their kids barely got clothes. Their kids barely got a decent pair of shoes. You'll be surprised what everybody's priorities are. People will be in these streets and will stunt because you see them driving a nice car, or when you go to their house, they barely got food in their refrigerator. You will be surprised what some people's priorities are. Now, I know some people who don't drive nice cars, who don't live in nice neighborhoods, but they got so much money in their savings account. They got all type of they invest in all type of stocks. You know, they got all kind of money. They just ain't showing it. It's always the ones that are really broke. It's always a broke man or a broke woman or inconfident or a man or a woman who has no confidence that has to stunt. Those are usually the ones that have to stunt because they feel like their image is the only thing they have to make themselves look worthy, to make themselves feel valuable. You have some people that's they live their life trying to stunt and please other people or try to they have to stunt to make people believe they have it like that. Some people live to put up an image. So again, we can't figure because somebody doesn't wear the nicest shoes or doesn't live in the nicest neighborhoods that they broke. Just everybody is not materialistic. Everybody's not materialistic like that. I know some millionaires, they don't feel a need to buy a brand new car. They still driving their old car from the 80s. And you would think, wait a minute, you got all these millions in the account. I used to work out a retirement community where I used to do security in the area for a company that was basically like a retirement community for retired millionaires. Okay, so once they got in their 70s or 80s or whatever, they would move into these retirement communities to where they practically ain't got to do nothing. They ain't got to mow their own lawn. They ain't got to feed their own dog. The company practically did everything for these retired millionaires. And believe it or not, a lot of them drove old cars. Millionaires here and there, had money, they still drove old cars. They would not go out and get a new car because they was comfortable with their old car. It wasn't about stunting. It was like, okay, my car get me where I got to go. My 1995 Honda still could get me to the store just like your 2019 Lexus. Mine may just move a little slower, but it defeats the same purpose. A car is a car. It's going to get me to the next destination. Not everybody feels the need to constantly try to keep up with the world. You got some people they confident with the skin they in. They're not trying to keep up with the trends. They're not trying to run out there and buy a new car because they see everybody else buying a new car. You got some people they comfortable. Like me, I'm not a very materialistic woman. I'm not. I do like nice things, but I'm in reality enough to know that I got to stay in my lane. I can't just go out there and get something above my financial means, and I'm struggling trying to preserve an image that I know I can't keep up with. There's people who got nice cars and paying high behind car notes and knowing they struggling, knowing they barely could keep food in their refrigerator, knowing their kids need clothes and stuff like that. But what has happened to a lot of black folks in the black community, we've become more infatuated with our image, than with just living comfortably. What's up, Missy? Some people are everyday millionaires. They know the power of saving, living within their means, and accumulating wealth. Some of these people move up, made average income of their life. Absolutely. Absolutely. People who are millionaires, they'll tell you. They didn't go out here and stunt. And let me tell you something. Black folks, not men, I mean black folks, men and women, we are the biggest consumers of materialistic things. We're the ones that's standing in these long lines when every time Jordans come out. Y'all know it, and I know y'all seen it. Every time Jordan come out, the new Jordans come out, the line be long from here to West New Haven. You would think they was giving out free college. I bet you wouldn't see that many folks standing outside for free scholarships. They be standing outside building tents, sitting in fold up chairs just so they could get a pair of Jordans that 200 other people in the same line with them going end up getting the same pair. Yeah, we're natural consumers. We'll make them more consumers. Like me, for instance, I wanted to move into one of those nice gated communities. That's always been one of my dreams, to move into these nice neighborhoods and stuff. But I realize the truth of the matter is I'm not financially set like that. And my husband does have his own roofing company. But anybody who knows, when you're doing construction, the business is up and down. One minute is really, really hot, and then next minute, you have your droughts here and there, but God been, walking us along the way and stuff. And my husband, he basically, he was like, this was when we was in our 30s. He stated, no, I want us to get a home and some property that's cheap and affordable, and we fix it up along the way. And at first, me being young, because my husband got me by 4 years, I couldn't understand that. I'm like, why we can't just move into a pretty gated community, with the beautiful houses, with the pretty green grass in the front yard? I couldn't understand that. But my husband was like, no, I want us to get some cheap property that we can own, and we just, even if the house is old and needs some work done to it, we could fix it up along the way. And at the time, it didn't make no sense to me. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get no old house. I don't want to fix up nothing. But I tell y'all, I'm a living witness. That was the smartest thing we could have done. I'm glad I listened to him. I'm glad I listened to my husband when he said, no, we're not doing that. Do you realize how expensive it is moving in them gated communities? The mortgage is what? Like 1,500 a month, 1,800 a month? Because when you live in them kind of neighborhoods, you got to pay all kind of dues and fees and neighborhood fees and all this other stuff and everything, and ordinance fees and stuff like that. And at the time I couldn't see it. But I found out the hard way. Because what happened was, my husband found some property, and a house all together was a little under, like, well, I would say before all the taxes and stuff, it was probably like under 20,000, or no, it's probably under, I'm sorry, under like 10,000, 15,000. But once the bank and all of that financed on it, it ended up being triple more than that because credit wasn't good and all this and that. And when we first bought the property, I wasn't too happy about it. It was not my dream home. It was not what I had in mind. I'm like, I don't want it, I wasn't crazy about it, but he said, I want, my husband was basically like, I want us to own something before we're in our 40s. I don't want us moving into no big old house with a big old mortgage. And here it is, we're in our 30s or 40s. We're struggling to keep it. You lose your job, I lose my job. We end up losing the house. That's for them people who are already well established, lawyers, doctors, something like that. But we just average working human beings. We don't need to be moving into these big old houses. And if something happens, we end up losing a house and have to move. No, we're going to get something that we could afford to pay on every month. And that's what we did. We moved into an older house, and it came with the property, it came with the land and everything included. So my husband was making monthly payments every month. And what happened was, I think we only had like 2 more months left to pay on the house. We only had 2 more months. And at that time, work was real, 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 real slow. I mean, it's always like that. It's like when you close to paying something off, um, that's when these banks, these mortgage companies really start acting up. Now, we've been paying on this house almost, what, like 8, 9 years. And because we're 2 months behind and the title and deed is almost about to be released to us. Y'all couldn't give us at least a couple of months extension when we've been paying on it all this time and we only had like 2, 3 months left. The bank was trying to foreclose our house and we only had like 2, 3 months. We was only 2, 3 months left behind. All we had to do was catch up on 2, 3 months and we was going to own the house. We could not come up with the money. His work was slow, and at the time, I wasn't making money, like I needed to help him. So the bank was trying to gank our property right from underneath us, knowing we was close to getting the title and we was close to getting the deed and stuff. So what ended up happening, I had to reach out to my dad. I said, Dad, this was going on. And my dad was upset with me. He was like, why y'all didn't call us earlier? Because I'm like, we got pride. We ain't about to sit up here and tell our family we're about to lose our house. But my dad was like, but no, y'all done paid on this house all these years, and y'all close to owning it. I don't want y'all to lose y'all house. So my dad wired us the money, so we was able to catch up on the payments. And then I think by the time my income tax came, I paid the final payment, and we ended up getting the title and the deed to our house or whatever. So we ended up owning our own home before we hit our 40s. So even though the house was older, what we did was we just fixed up on each room one at a time. We just fixed on each part one at a time. Um, we just started with the living room, remodeled the floors, then we remodeled the whole kitchen. It's very expensive when you are having to remodel a house, unless you got good credit and you get a bank to finance and get people to fix it up. But that's what we did. We bought an older house and we just worked on each room one at a time. And now we pretty much got the house up to par. There's still some things you have to work on, but the thing about it is we own our own home. And this was before I'm not even quite 40 yet. My husband is 43. And we can travel, we can go places, and we can do things now because we ain't got to sweat about no mortgage. See, it's a lot of people who won't who can't really travel, who can't really do a whole lot because they got too many damn bills. It's people who want to travel, who want to go places, who want to do things, but when you got your mortgage is $700, $800 a month, how can you travel? You can't travel. You can't really do a whole lot of things because you can't afford it. It's people who want to travel, and it's people who need a break, but they slaving on these jobs trying to pay these high cost mortgages, these high cost and car notes and stuff because They're trying to live beyond their means. So don't get broke trying to impress folks that don't even know you, who don't even care about you. A lot of times people be flexing for people, be stunting for people who they don't even like. Be buying cars and stuff to impress folks who they don't even like, who they don't even get along with. It just amazes me where the black community, where our priorities lie. Cause we be trying to impress the wrong folks. Basically, yeah. So just because you don't see anybody with no brand new shoes on, and you don't see anybody with a brand new house, that don't mean they struggling. I know people who got new cars and new houses and they struggling. They can't even stop and get a dollar burger from off the dollar menu because they got to pay their car note. They got to pay that high cost mortgage. So you can't be deceived by what people got because everybody ain't living as great as you think. Some people are all about image. And it's sad, but it's a lot of people that are about image in the black community. We will go broke and struggle trying to impress people who don't like you anyway. Lot of folks trying, lot of y'all trying to impress people who don't even like you, and that's gonna knock what you do regardless. You drive a raggedy car, they're gonna talk about you. You drive a new car, they're gonna talk about you. You drive a raggedy car, oh, that old raggedy car, that old raggedy thing, all that money he making, all that money she making, and she driving out a raggedy car. Then you get a brand new car. Oh, he think he all of that. She thinks she all of that. How she gonna get that expensive car and keep all them payments up? People gonna talk about you. People gonna talk about you regardless. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. My wife and I paid off our debts. No putting about the house without debt. I don't. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's too much of that going on in the black community. We're too busy trying to stunt, and we knocking people who we feel can't afford what we can't afford. Just because you don't see people with what you have, that don't mean they can afford it. It's not a priority. You got people that's confident enough. They're confident with their old cars. They ain't trying to run out there and get the newest hybrid and these new cars with the newest features. That stuff costs. It costs to floss. It really does. It costs to floss now. There's nothing wrong with having the best in life, but you damn sure gonna pay for it. Yeah, exactly, Don Barcelini. What's up, Angela? Yeah. And then when it boil down to it, if you got a nasty attitude, people not gonna look at what you got. People not gonna care what you got. When you got a nasty attitude and you disrespectful, I know people who got nice cars or nice houses, but you would never catch me in the company of them because their attitude is so terrible and they're so disrespectful. And then, like I stated, it just amazes me how you have these grown men. I know we're in trouble. I know the black community is in trouble. Anytime I see grown men going at each other, we're in trouble. As a black woman, I don't stand a chance getting along with these black men in the YouTube streets. When I'm seeing these black men in the YouTube streets, they're disrespecting each other. Where that's gonna fit me in at? It's not even so much now about black men disrespecting black women and black women disrespecting black men. I'm worried. I'm worried for the black community because I'm seeing black men disrespect other black men. Now we are at a staging of emergency. Now it's gotten too far. You see that? I see guys on the panel disrespecting other black men on the panel. First of all, y'all supposed to be kings. Y'all supposed to be carrying yourself as leaders. How can y'all lead black women when y'all being disrespectful to one another? Y'all are supposed to be kings. Why we got so many, black men acting like peasants? Up here name calling and disrespecting each other. Yeah, you ain't got no, you live in a little house. Your house so small, if I light a blunt, that's the only way you could get some light in your house. I mean, it's just crazy. YouTube has become a circus. When since we got grown people making fun of other grown people like we in high school. You ain't got no name brand shoes. Let me one thing I've learned. I when I was young and dumb and didn't know any better, this is why I say this is the point I'm getting ready to make, that we have a lot of immaturity in the black community. Amongst black men and black women, there's a lot of immaturity, and I'm gonna tell you why. When the Bible said, when I was a child, I thought as a child. Okay? When I was a young female, I was young and dumb and didn't know any better. I would only be interested in guys who had nice shoes, who had nice cars, and who had money. This was my mindset when I was what, 19, 18, fresh out of high school. I used to, be impressed with the balls, okay? Because I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the experience, I didn't know any better. So the moment a guy approached me and he didn't have no nice kicks, I was already looking at him some type of way. Remember that, ladies? Remember back in the day? Before you became a grown woman, remember back in the day, if you seen a guy that had bad kicks on and his shoes was talking to him, he had holes in the shoes, remember that? He automatically didn't stand a chance with you. When I was younger, that's how me and my friends were. Girl, did you check out his shoes? What kind of shoes he had on? If he wasn't rocking no Jordans, no Felines, no Air Force Ones, back in high school, oh no, honey, you didn't have a chance with me. If you was not rocking newest kicks, I was not kicking it with you. That's how it was back in the day. Now, once I became a full grown woman, my whole mindset had changed because I realized that a man having brand new shoes did not define his financial status. Because what I have learned, and this is why these guys in the YouTube streets need to stop thinking that they stunting is impressing women, because it's not. It's not impressing grown women, because what I've learned is the guys that are clean day in and day out, those are usually the ones who don't have no money. The ones who have the money are the ones with the dirty work clothes on, the dirty work boots on, the dirty t-shirts on, because he's working. He's putting in work. Now, this is not to say that the only way you can have money, you got to be dirty and dingy. But unless you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, or you got one of those white collar jobs where you sitting behind a desk and you never dirty, if a man could be clean day in and day out, and he ain't doing one of those type of jobs, then he ain't making no bread like that. Because a man who's into making his money, he ain't got all day to stunt. He ain't got all day to showboat. That's for some of these dudes that are still on the showboating, still trying to dress to impress. It's either because he's broke, he's not really making no money like that, or he's broken confidence. Because a confident man, he know he can pull a woman, whether if he pushing a 2002 Honda Accord or a 2019 Lexus. If he's that confident in his game, he knows he don't have to dress or look a certain way to pull a woman. And if that woman is smart and she's not slow to the game, she would know a man who really has money, not based on what he's driving, but based on how he carries himself. Anytime you meet a dude that's very flamboyant and out there and got to let everybody know what kind of job he got, what kind of money he make, and where he live at, either he's a broke dude or he's an inconfident dude. He's one of the other. He's going to be one of the other. Because a man that's confident, he don't have to keep going around here acknowledging what he got. And a man who's confident, he don't have to throw other brothers under the bus to make himself look good. A man that's confident, he's going to stand on his own. He gonna let his own. He gonna let his aura speak for himself, for itself. He ain't got to go around talking about where he drive, what he own, where he live at, and he's not going to be throwing other black men under the bus. Well, you ain't got nothing. This nigga ain't got nothing. He's staying with his mama. He's staying. A man that's about that life, he ain't got time to be parked up watching and worrying about what another man doing and what he ain't doing. It's only a broke man or a man that lacks confidence that wanna bring another brother down. And the same thing, if a black woman, if another sister has time to be sitting up here talking bad about another sister, well, she ain't this and she ain't that, and she overweight or she don't wear her own hair, whatever. First of all, if you are happy with yourself, you could care less than a rat's ass what the next woman is doing. Cause you was doing you was living your best life. Okay? It's only people who ain't living their best life. If I'm enjoying my best life, I don't care what the next brother or what the next sister is doing. I'm enjoying me. I ain't got time to be peeping in my neighbor yard. Oh, she ain't driving the car I got. She must be broke. She ain't wearing the new shoes I got. She must be broke. It's only miserable people. Okay, no problem, Cool Jet. It's only miserable people who want to sit up here and point out everybody else's flaws. If you a man and living your best life, you ain't got time to be sitting up here worrying about if the other dude is got new shoes or not. You don't care. Why is grown men worried about what other grown men got and don't got? Who cares? So what? If you work at Walmart and you got you work walking Dolce and Gabbana. What is you worried for? Why is you threatened by this Walmart shoes wearing dude if you wearing the best things? How come people that got so much to say about people who got so little? Let them enjoy where they are at. People got to work with the cards they've been dealt. All of us are in the different levels of struggles. Don't we have bigger things to worry about in the black community? Y'all up here spent wasting y'all time on these panels talking bad about other people who you feel ain't up to your level, ain't up to your standard. It's petty. We got too many petty baddies, and we got too many negative Nancy's and petty Pauls in the YouTube streets. Y'all need to grow up. For y'all to act like y'all got so much knowledge, y'all are not displaying it with y'all character, with y'all pettiness. Y'all are not displaying it right now. And the bad part is when we got just all it takes is one black man or one black woman to do something stupid, and it reflects on all of us. All of us look stupid. And it doesn't matter if we try to do something different. We're going to automatically be judged because it's too much clownery going on in the YouTube streets. Y'all got all day to talk about the same thing day in and day out. You're not discussing issues that are effective and efficient for the black community. We got too many women in the YouTube streets that's trying to overly dominate men. They're trying to be overly masculine. We got too much of that going on. You don't have to get on every YouTube panel to make yourself be heard as a woman. Some of these men, they're going to be stuck in their beliefs no matter how much you go on their panel screaming or hollering and trying to get your point across. They're still going to look at you as a hood rat. So we wasting our time with trying to persuade and get people to step up and think on our level. Everybody's not going to think on your level, sis. It don't matter. Some men are going to disrespect black women. It don't matter how polite you are. It don't matter if you talk with intelligence. It don't matter if you talk with class. They're still going to look at you as a hood rat. You know why? Because it's the other hood rats that are outnumbering the intelligent black women. Same thing. If you are a black man and you are a black man with morals, you have values, you're going to be overlooked for it because there's too many clownery dudes that are getting all attention and getting all the recognition. We got too many people in the black community supporting the clownery movement because that's exactly what it is. Nobody wants to grow up. No, we have too much childishness, too much immaturity. Why is we worried about what somebody got? We worried about what shoes they wear. We worried about the cars they drive. What are you okay? What are you contributing to the black community to make a difference? What are you doing? Are you sending your donations to the homeless? Or what are you doing? Where are you making any positive moves for the black community? There's none of that there. No, but let me tell you what we are doing. We're profiting off the clownery in the black community. That's what we're doing. We're putting out garbage. We're putting out negative content. Anything that's going to draw donations, anything that's going to draw more subscribers. Because the problem is, the more subscribers people are getting, the more bigger their egos are getting. And it's the subscribers that are getting pimped because they are investing into channels that are not effective for the black community. If more black men and black women would take a stand, stop showing up to in these chat rooms where they're displaying garbage. Stop going on panels. If black men and black women in the black community would learn to stop supporting these brothers and these sisters that are supporting the fuckery movement, we could change the YouTube streets. There are strengths in numbers. If everybody was on the same key and said, you know what, I'm not supporting this mess no more, I'm not co-signing on it anymore. If more black men and more black women would do that, we can shut half of these panels down if we would learn to stop supporting the fuckery movement. But no, that's not going to happen. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's too many black folks, they want to be entertained, they don't want to be educated. Okay? That's what's going on in YouTube streets. So as long as we're supporting the garbage and we're not supporting the knowledge, hello, there's a difference between garbage and knowledge. What are you going to support? Are you going to support the garbage or are you going to support the knowledge? Because you can't serve two masters. And we got too many people that straddling the fence. They acting like they for one cause, but then you go on another panel, you see them walking with the cause they acting like they are against. There's too much contradiction in these YouTube streets. And that's why we can't grow, we can't get ahead, we can't prosper. But what a lot of people don't realize is it don't matter how good you're doing now. Life can knock you off your high horse. It don't matter how many people supporting you and all of that, and people supporting you and rocking with you. Some people are setting you up for failure, and the bad part is a lot of us are too blind and too gullible that we don't see it. Just because you have 200,000 people following you, 300,000 people supporting your negative movement, that don't mean you're doing great. Sometimes the devil will set you up just to bring you down. So you have to be very careful. Because to much is given, much is required. As black men and black women, we have a responsibility in these YouTube streets. We have a responsibility with how we use and abuse these platforms. And the more people keep using these platforms for their own personal gain, what they're not realizing is that is how the enemy works. Do y'all not realize y'all have to look at things from a spiritual standpoint? You can't look at things from a natural standpoint. The devil will set you up and make you think you're doing good and make you think you're getting somewhere. And when you least expect it, the enemy is going to pull a rug from up under your foot. Ask Steve Harvey. That's why he done lost 3 shows within the last couple of months. Because that's what the enemy does, y'all. He'll give you everything you want to make you more cocky, to make you more arrogant, to make you more nasty, to make you more egotistical. That's how the enemy works. That's what he does. He will give you everything to make you more confident with being nasty, with being arrogant. We have a lot of disrespectful people in these YouTube streets. And they see nothing wrong with it because the enemy right now is setting them up for failure. And what a lot of people don't realize is the same way, the same thing that done got you to where you are could be the very thing that will also turn around and destroy you. Because the problem with the YouTube streets, it's too many people that want to be praised and worshipped for the wrong things. They don't want to stand for something real. They don't want to stand for something positive because they know the moment they do that, they're going to lose the majority of their subscribers. They're going to lose the majority of their supporters. So they rather stay negative and they rather supply the black community with all of this garbage because, again, that's what makes them feel validated. Like I stated, There's too much blame. There's too much of the blame game within the black community. We got black men blaming black women. We got black women blaming black men. Now we got black men blaming black men. We're in trouble. When I start seeing black men disrespect each other, now I know we're in trouble. We're in trouble. As a black woman, I don't stand a chance in these YouTube streets. Not when I see my own brothers going at each other throat. It's crazy. It is really, really crazy. We got kings. Y'all supposed to be kings. We got too many black men acting like peasants instead of kings. And we got black women acting like peasants instead of queens. So black people have been oppressed for so long. Now that we have a voice, now that we have the freedom of speech, a lot of us just don't lost our goddamn mind. We don't have no filter. We don't care what we say, how we say it. You know, we calling each other every name in the book. Nobody is man enough or woman enough to say, you know what, this needs to stop. And y'all are falling right into the enemy's hands because that's what he wants. He wants to continue to keep the black community divided. And and it's sad that all these black men on these YouTube streets who claim to be so knowledgeable, and all these black women who claim to be so knowledgeable, they're in the YouTube streets falling right into the enemy's plans, falling right into the enemy's hands by disrespecting each other, by mistreating each other. And the problem is, let me tell you what's going on and the reason why we got so much conflict in the YouTube streets. What's going on is we have a lot of brothers that are in pain. We have a lot of black men that are in pain, and we have a lot of black women who are in pain. It's nothing but a lot of exchange and pain in the black YouTube sector. It's a lot of that. That's why you constantly got men who are growling and charging at black women like rock wallers and pit bulls because a lot of them, not all, but it's a lot of black men out here. There are black men that are in pain. They're in pain, and a lot of them have not healed from the things that they have experienced as a black man. And the same thing with black women. When I see black women going off or going at other black men and going in their panel disrespecting black men, it's because she's a woman in pain. It's a lot of us in the black community that's in a lot of pain. And a lot of us have not healed from it. A lot of us don't want to be delivered because some of us feel comfortable in our pain because pain makes us feel a sense of empowerment. You have some people who like to feel in pain. You have some people who like to be in pain. Some people don't want to be healed, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people, black men and black women, they don't want to be healed or delivered from the pain because guess what? Pain gains sympathy. Okay? And when you have enough people to sympathize with you, people will invest into your pain. And that's where you subscribers are getting bamboozled. This is how y'all are getting played. A lot of you subscribers who are investing in some of these channels where black men are disrespecting black women or black women that are disrespecting black men, what y'all are doing is y'all are investing into their pain. Because what they are doing is they're taking their negative content, they're taking their negative experiences, they're putting it into their content to gain your sympathy. And if you, for instance, if you are a black woman and you have a lot of animosity towards black men, okay, because you've been through things with black men, you've been disrespected, whatever the case is. So all it takes is one bitter black sister to create a panel, to create a channel that talks negatively about black men. And it's going to be another bitter black woman, such as some of you subscribers, that are going to go over there and support her movement because y'all are in the same amount of pain that she's in. I'm sure that flew over some of y'all's heads. Sure you need to catch that. Same thing with some of you black men. As a black man, if you have been burnt and you have been betrayed by black women, and black women have taken advantage of you, There's going to be another brother who's going to have a panel talking recklessly about black women. And you know why you're going to support his cause? Because both of y'all are sharing the same pain. And that's what it boils down to. What's up, Shaw? Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of that. Exactly what a sniper. I'm telling you what's going on in the YouTube streets. It's a lot of black men and it's a lot of black women that are in a lot of pain. And what they're doing is they're feeding off each other's pain. That's what they're doing. If I wanted to get more subscribers than what I have now, all I gotta do is come up with negative content that can make y'all sympathize with my pain. If I decide to change my channel and just talk negative about black men, and that's all I do on my content, I'm going to gain more female subscribers that share the same amount of pain that I share. Or if I decide to do my content on dogging black women and talking bad about black women, I will gain more male subscribers because he's going to feel like, finally, I got a black woman who could relate to how no good other black women is. People are going to go where people basically going to go to where their pain is being supported. And that's what's going on in the YouTube streets. It's a lot of people that are exchanging each other's pains. That's what's going on. And it is up to you. You have to make the individual choice. Are you going to follow something negative or are you going to follow something positive? Because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of these panels that conduct their content in this manner, they're not helping you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whether you're a black man or a black woman, the YouTube fuckery is not helping y'all. If anything, it's poisoning y'all and it's contaminating y'all more mentally. If you sit around that garbage and that's all you hear day in and day out, after a while you're going to believe. You're going to believe in that stuff. Exactly, Missy. They don't offer no solutions because guess what? I'm going to tell you why. The reason why these black men and black women in the YouTube streets, I'm going to tell you why they're not offering y'all no solutions. Because they won't get donations. Once you wake up and you see the light, you're not going to support them anymore. Once you realize that once they give you a solution, they know once they give you a solution, you're not going to invest into their movement anymore. That's what it boils down to. It's like if I'm a dope dealer and I deal dope, I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to go get yourself clean, to get rehabilitated. Why would I do that? I'm not going to be able to sell you no more dope. I got to keep giving you poison if I want to profit. And a lot of subscribers, y'all are being poisoned for them to get their profit. And it's so sad that a lot of y'all don't see it. Coach says the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent, and that's power because they control the minds of the masses. I agree with that. I agree with that. And guess what? We have no control over how the masses think, but that's why I do content like this because it's important for black men and black women, both of y'all, to not be hibernating. Don't hibernate. It's important that y'all stay woke to what's really going on out here. Because a lot of them, they're not going to tell you the truth. Because once they tell you the truth, you're not going to support their movement. You're not going to support it. They can't profit off of you. They can't gain anything off of you. But my thing is, uh, we're placing too many emphasis on materialistic things. We have too many grown people, grown men, and grown women up here talking a lot of foolishness. Talking about what people got, what people don't got. How's that effective for the black community? Okay, you got you a nice apartment. You got you a nice condo. Okay, so you bragging about what you got for what? How's that supposed to encourage black men and black women? If you got all day to sit up here and talk about what you got, do you plan on sharing that with the black community? Why are you talking about your Lexus? Why are you talking about the money you make? Why are you discussing all these things that you don't plan on sharing with the black community? And a lot of you subscribers who are investing into these people that's bragging to you about what they got and you're donating to them, you should feel insulted. You should truly feel insulted. If you're going to any of these content and you're going to these channels and up here bragging about what they got and talking bad about what other people don't have, a lot of y'all should feel assaulted because the people that they're knocking, 9 times out of 10, you fit slightly into that category. Because let's face it, all of us don't have big kitchens. All of us don't have big houses. All of us don't have name brand shoes. So think about it. If you're listening to someone that's talking bad about people who don't have new stuff and you don't have new stuff, you don't think that's not applying to you, even though they're not saying your name? That's basically throwing you up under the bus in the same sense. Exactly, Missy. That's what I'm saying. If y'all can listen, if y'all can go to these channels and listen to how these black men disrespect those who don't have the if you see black men who are disrespecting other black men who don't have a lot, and you're a black man and you know you don't have a lot, why is you up there praising how these men are knocking other black men who are in the struggle like you? What sense does that make? That's like me being a black woman and I'm supporting another black woman's channel who sits up here and says, oh, black women with college degrees, they are stupid. And I know I got a college degree. I'm going to support her because she's knocking me being educated. I don't understand a lot of these subscribers. Y'all are supporting people who are knocking the category that you fit in. A lot of y'all are supporting. You know what I mean? The content you fit in. If there's a man talking about, oh, these broke niggas, they ain't got this, they don't got no new shoes, they staying with their mama. Okay, if you staying with your mama or you staying with somebody and how you up there clapping and praising him on how he talk about black men when you know you fit into the category of the black men he's talking about. If you're not able to afford what he has, I don't understand that. Why black men and black women, why are y'all supporting people who are knocking your current situation? Yeah, it's a lot of pocket watching. But this my thing. I have yet to find this out. Why are the subscribers supporting people that knock their current situation? If, for instance, if I'm up here and I decide to say something real negative, if I say something about, oh, all black women or all black women ain't no good, all black women are thoughts. Why would black women in my chat room, why would y'all still comment and be like, yes, girl, you right, girl? And I'm putting you in the same box if I say all black women, or if I'm just it's using it as a general statement. A lot of subscribers are supporting the movement that's against them. Y'all don't notice that? Think about it. A lot of y'all as subscribers, y'all are supporting the movement that looks down on y'all. If a black man is doing his movement on how all black men are broke and they stingy and all of that, and you know you're a struggling black man, but you still sit in that chat room. How does that work? I'm trying to understand that. Why y'all subscribers? Why y'all supporting people that are against the people that y'all really are? If they say, because I know I don't have no money. I know I'm struggling. So if a sister say, yeah, all these struggling sisters out here who ain't got no money, well, damn, she talking about me. Because right now I don't have no money. That doesn't define me. That doesn't define my character. That doesn't mean I'm less of a woman. That just means I don't have I'm not making any money right now. So you're up here insulting me, but I'm still a part of your movement. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's a lot of that going on, y'all. But yeah, my battery is getting ready to die. But I just thought it was very important. I wanted to piggyback off of what Reg was saying about, Negro trinkets because it's too many people, it's too many black men and black women in the community that's too concerned with materialism. They're not concerned with doing content that's going to help build the black community because they spending too much time on the panel talking about what other people got and what other people don't got. I don't see the purpose of it. I don't see how it's healthy for the black community. I just don't see the point in it. It's just too much high school mess going on. I remember high school, we used to do that. Yeah, man, you ain't rocking no Nikes. You rocking checks, dude. You rocking checks, my nigga. You rocking checks. Those ain't no Nikes. I remember in high school, we used to pick on each other like that, you know. Um, but when you see grown men and grown women, y'all over 40 years old, and y'all up here picking with people's shoes, picking about their house. Come on, really? Do y'all not understand? Y'all got subscribers in y'all 20s and 30s that are listening to how we conduct ourselves as grown men and grown women, and you wonder why the next generation ain't getting any better. Because y'all are putting a lot of garbage out here in the YouTube streets. Y'all have to realize it's young black women and young black men that are listening to your content, and you're feeding them garbage. Y'all need to be giving them more knowledge and less garbage. It's overrated. But I get it. Y'all going to continue to do it anyway because that's how you get your donations. So it is what it is. And that's what they're doing, cool, passing on generational curses. So it's all good. I realize that that's a part of the hustle. That's the YouTube hustle. You got to produce garbage instead of knowledge if you want to continue to keep getting donations. And the thing about it is, I find it ironic that a lot of these content creators are knocking and talking about poor folks. And guess what? Poor folks are the ones that are donating to y'all movement. Do y'all realize every time somebody super chat y'all $2, $5, that could be that their gas money, that could be their lunch money. It's poor people that's donating to y'all movement. How dare y'all insult y'all subscribers by calling them poor and making fun of people who don't have no money? I'm donating my $2 to you. It may not mean nothing to you because you got all this money in your bank, but that $2 mean a lot to me because some people donate from their heart. Some people donate to donate what they can from the kindness of their heart. They $2, they $3, that's all they got. And you calling people poor? You saying they stingy? You saying they're broke? That's what some of these pastors who own these congregations, some people, a lot of them are lost members doing that. Oh, if you're a real woman of God, if you're a real man of God, you'll donate more than $5 to the church. That may be all that person got. You don't know what people going through. How dare you insult people and say they don't have no money and they broke? People out here got bills. People taking care of their kids. People got to put food on the table. Everybody ain't got to support your movement and donate to your movement to prove their loyalty to you. How dare you insult people? I don't know. We don't, as content creators, we don't know what our subscribers go through. That's why I don't sit up here and beg for donations. I don't drag people donations because I don't. It's not for me to keep up with other people's pockets. People donating to my channel does not define their loyalty. So my subscribers are less loyal because they're not donating. That sounds foolish. Y'all really need to grow up. Like for real, for real, for real. For real. And like I said, we got another, I call them YouTube pimps. We got YouTube pimps and YouTube pimpets, because it's black women that are doing it too. that is trying to tell their subscribers, you ain't loyal, you ain't nobody, because you won't give me no money. You won't donate to my channel, so you ain't nothing. You ain't nobody. Are y'all serious? I'm telling y'all, mark my word. Every dog got his day. God gonna make an example out of somebody. I'm sitting back and I'm watching because God is gonna make an example out of somebody. Somebody, he's gonna make an example out of them. He's gonna show everybody, for those who carry themselves in this manner, where they're going to end up heading. He's going to make an example out of somebody. It's just a matter of time. Mark my word. We shall see. But yes, anyway, y'all, I'm going to get ready to shut it down. I just thought it was important that we talked about this. Yeah, it's just so much immaturity. It's a lot of immaturity. And I hate to say it, but it's getting harder and harder and harder to find a real leader in the YouTube streets. We don't have enough kings. We don't have enough queens. What's up, freelance? What's up, James? We have a lot of peasants and jokers in the YouTube streets. And it's starting, and the drama is, and the ignorance is starting to spread like cancer. It's like a bad rash. Start off in one spot, and next thing you know, it's spreading. It's spreading. What's up, Phoenix? But big ups to all of my content creators that are trying to do positive content. You know, I know right now you're not getting the donations, you're not getting the support, you're not getting the subscribers. Continue to be true to you. Continue to be, yourself. Because everybody who has big content at the same time, like somebody mentioned it here in the chat room. I don't know which one of y'all mentioned it. But the only reason why YouTube is allowing this fucker is for many reasons. For one, YouTube, they get a big percentage out of all these content creators that are promoting this garbage. So the biggest pimp of all pimps, YouTube is the biggest pimp of all pimps. But I get it. It's an investment. You know, they doing what they got to do. So I can't knock them. But it's these clowns that are falling right into the game of the enemy. It's a lot of that that's going on. And for people to claim they got so much knowledge, they're not using it correctly. They're not using it. They're not utilizing it. Y'all cheap. Yeah, yeah, freelance. Yeah, yeah. Y'all, since y'all didn't donate the Mocha today, all y'all want to unsubscribe because y'all didn't donate to my positive movement. I'm about to start kicking people off my panels who are not bringing enough controversy. I can't bring any more brothers on my panel unless they screaming or hollering and causing a ruckus. Oh goodness. I'm telling you, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah, Kujin. Kujin. I cannot allow Kujin to come on another panel because he doesn't scream and he doesn't yell and he doesn't disrespect women on the panel. Kujin, you too soft. Exactly, freelance, and it's a lot of people doing it. I ain't speaking on nobody in particular. We see it every day, all day long. It's every day, all day. I'm telling y'all, I don't, it's like monkey see, monkey do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I can't have Coogin. I can't have no more gentlemen come over here. Cause y'all messing up my subscribers. Y'all making me lose subscribers because y'all talking too intelligent. Y'all being too polite, and you're not using your high voices. You're talking in your low voice. I'm not going to gain any subscribers because you're not screaming and you're not yelling. I mean, y'all making my channel look bad because y'all not bringing enough drama here. You know, same thing with Poetic Kells. I'm going to change my whole team because y'all not bringing enough drama to my channel. It's not. Y'all not helping the sister out. I'm losing subscribers. I'm not getting no donations because y'all are not acting like clowns on the panel. I'm going to have to change my whole team. As of today, I'm going to have to terminate Kales. I'm going to have to terminate Coolgin. I'm going to have to terminate Classic Ruby. Y'all can't come on my channel no more. Y'all can't come on my panel no more. I have to find some brothers and sisters who are screaming and who are yelling and I need to bring some brothers on my channel who's going to disrespect me and call me the B word and call me the H word. I need more controversy over here. I don't need no more nice people. I don't need no black men coming over here acting like gentlemen. Because y'all are not helping my subscribers to grow. Because y'all coming over here being too polite. I'm telling you. I'm serious. They're messing me up. I can't get ahead because they're not bringing enough controversy to my channel. I'm going to have to change my whole team. I'm going to have to get rid of all y'all. Y'all not helping me out. I need more drama. I need way more drama. I need way more chaos. Because y'all know I'm telling the truth. The reason y'all laughing is because y'all know I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you, it's a trip now. When I go to certain panels and I don't hear men screaming at each other, like when I think I was watching, was it Reg's panel yesterday, day before yesterday? I don't know. I didn't hear none of the men screaming. I felt like I was on the wrong goddamn planet. I was waiting for the heckler to come out. I didn't hear none of the black men on there disrespecting none of the black women. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I felt like it was a goddamn joke. I'm waiting for the heckler to come out. I'm serious. It's sad because I'm so used to so much conflict and controversy. I get scared when I see if I see a lot of black men on the same panel talking intelligently. I get scared when black men invite me to their panel. I go in prayer every time a man invites me to his panel. Because I'm praying to God, I said, Lord, I pray they ain't setting me up like a damn kitten going into a damn dog cage with a bunch of goddamn rock wallers for them to devour the hell out my ass. I was scared. I'd be scared. I'm serious. I'd be really, really scared when I have guys email me and be like, Mocha, I want you to come on my panel. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus help me. I have to go in deep prayer because I don't know if they set me up. It's like being invited. You know what I feel? It's kind of like if I get a guy who emails me and be like, Mocha, I want you to come on the panel, right? It's kind of like a guy that's inviting me on a date and I'd be paranoid because I feel like if he invite me to his house, he may have 5, 6, 7 dudes sitting in the back room waiting to gang bang me. I get paranoid. I'm so serious because I don't know. It's just scary to see a bunch of men come together and actually let me be myself. That's some scary shit because a lot of these brothers, they won't let you do that. And the moment you try to be yourself, they try to make you ratchet. They say things to bring you out of your character on the panel. And before you can even defend yourself, they're kicking you off. And if you do defend yourself, then they saying you ratchet. Then they saying you got no class. So it's scary. I'm serious. Every time a man reaches out to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord help me, Jesus. Because I don't know what this brother may have in store for me when I come on his panel. I be feeling like they set me up to get gang raped. I'm serious. I feel like it's gonna be like one brother who's gonna pin me down, and everybody gonna take turns smashing. Oh my gosh, I'm serious. I feel like these dudes be setting me up to gang bang the hell out of me. I don't be wanting to go nowhere near them. I'm serious. That's how I feel, Dion. It sounds crazy, but when some of these dudes invite me to their panel, I feel like they set me up to rape me. I feel like as soon as I get on there, I'm gonna get attacked. One gonna bang me from the front, one gonna bang me from the back, one gonna bang me from the side. I feel like I'm just gonna get banged the hell on out. Oh my goodness. I'm serious. These dudes got me paranoid, man. Only certain dudes I mess with, only certain guys I mess with, I deal with Reg. I don't have to worry about that on his panel. I'll deal with Seven. I'll deal with, it's a couple of guys out there. I don't have to, LMP. Life Machine Power, certain guys, I don't even feel that way. I know if they're inviting me, I know it's gonna be all good. I got nothing to worry about. But some of these other brothers, oh no, 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 no. Y'all not about to have me as a piece of meat. It's like being some of these panels as a woman getting on some of these panels. It's like being a piece of meat with a bunch of rock wallers, a bunch of pit bulls, waiting for you to get out of pocket. I'm telling you, some of these dudes, they be waiting for you to get out of pocket as a black woman. I'm just saying, y'all see it all day. They be waiting for you to say something stupid so they could attack you. I can't mess with these rock wallers. I ain't messing with these rock wallers, bro. I ain't mad at them. You know, I understand. I respect everybody around their channel the way they run it. It ain't my job to tell people how to handle their channel. But some of them, I'm telling you, as a female, you got to be careful going on these rock waller channels. They're going to bite the hell out your ass now. Ah, pay attention to the signs. When they start growling at you, you get one asking you a question, and then all of them start coming in and flirting you. Ah. Hell no. I ain't about to get gang raped. I'm telling you, some of you ladies, you better bring your damn rape kit with you when you go on some of these rock waller channels. Bring your rape kit, bring you a rape kit, cause you're gonna need it. By the time they bang and smash the hell out you by disgracing you in front of the whole goddamn chat room, you're gonna feel swollen up as hell. Woo! No freelance, you not that bad. No freelance. Freelance. I'm gonna tell you what type of guy you is. I'm gonna tell you what you would do. I'm gonna tell you what you would do. You won't gang bang. You not a gang banging type of dude. But I'm gonna tell you what kind of dude you is. You the type of dude. You don't invite a female to her place to your place after you took her to a nice dinner and all that. Then you'll bang her ass out and then you tell her to leave. You ain't gonna bang her right away. You'll at least give her dinner. I'll tell you, I'm not messing with some of these rock rollers, bro. I ain't messing with them. I ain't about to get gang bang. They ain't about to bang me and smash me up and pin me down and take turns banging the hell out me. It's not happening, bro. I tell some of you ladies, be careful going on some of these rock roller channels because they going to bang, hit it, and quit it. I'm telling you, your self-esteem not gonna feel the same once you done had that many brothers smashing you and taking turns banging you out and telling you you can't go on some of these panels. It is what it is. You know, you just got to be careful. Don't go where the rock wallers at. I don't mess with rock wallers. Not all dudes are rock wallers. But a lot of these guys on the YouTube streets, they become a rock wallers. And the moment you get on their panel, you could just say something like, I apologize. They still gonna growl at you and bite you. They still gonna growl. It don't matter. They just doing their job, and I'm not knocking them. Their job is to devour you as a black woman and make you look stupid. Because again, they have to prove the point for the cause they represent. The cause is that black women are stupid. So it doesn't matter how intelligent you go on a panel. You can conduct yourself like you're intelligent. They're going to aim to make you look stupid because that's what they're supposed to do. And I don't knock them. That's how they handle their channel and stuff like that. I just don't mess with the rock wallers. Cause I'm not about to get bit. I almost got bit one time. That's all it took for me. Now for the rest of you sisters, if you don't already got bit on one panel, I don't know why y'all keep messing with these goddamn rock wallers. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's a trip. He's a trip, cool gent. That one feels saying, you know, you need this. I know my lane, Dion. I don't mess with the rock wallers. I don't mess with the rock wallers. I don't even enter the goddamn dog cage. When I see them going at each other, especially when I see black men going at other black men, no. I learned my lesson. It took one time for me. I said never again. I was done one time and gave somebody a chance, and it took me to get disrespected once. That's it. I'm out. I'm out. Nope. That's all it takes. But anyway, y'all, only thing I can tell y'all, be careful with the rock rollers. And some of you black men, y'all got to be careful with the rock rollers as well. Because y'all do know, let me tell y'all something. Y'all do know rock rollers, they do bite each other. You know that, right? So some of you brothers, y'all better be just as careful as us black women. Because rock rollers are known to attack other rock rollers. Y'all know that, right? Rock wallers will attack each other sooner or later, especially when there's not a female kitten. When there's not a female kitten on the panel, eventually the rock wallers are going to fight and attack each other. When they don't have somebody else to attack, they all will attack each other. That's usually what happens. So some of you guys don't think y'all safe because y'all are black men. Because what's starting to happen is a lot of black men are now disrespecting black men on the panels. So y'all know more safer than we are. So to all you rock wallers, pay attention to the other rock wallers. Your own kind of turn on you now. Y'all not know, y'all not safer than us. Cause I'm starting to see that a lot. It's a lot of black men that's disrespecting black men in the YouTube streets. So be careful. Cause if a rock waller smell another rock waller has a little bit of weakness, y'all gonna get bit too. Yep, Coogin, it's a doggy dog world. Yes, it is, y'all. But anywho, I'm going to get ready to shut it down a little bit. Uh, yeah, because women are starting their own channel and talking there. Yep, exactly. I'll at least kiss you on the cheek when I'm done. Freelance. Freelance is so full of it, yo. He plays too much. He plays entirely too much. He does. Yep, that's the best thing I could do. If you're female, like I tell you, watch yourself on these channels, bro. Like I said, if you do go, you better take your rape kit. Take your rape kit with you. That's all I can tell you, because you're going to need it. Because when them brothers get done banging you, and they take turns banging you, I'm telling you, yo, I got my feelings hurt one time. I said, that's it for me. I ain't rocking with no more rock wallers. No, 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 no. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They gonna rape you, and then the next day they gonna do a panel bragging about how they raped you. Yeah, she came over here trying to act like she for the black brothers, and she just come over here for validation and attention. But we gonna show her. too much fun today. Yep, finish her. And then I be seeing how, then I see how, like, I see how some of these sisters be going on the panel. They know when these brothers get ready to bite them. You notice? They try to talk real nice. When some of these females, they go on the panel, they'll try to talk real nice. And they'll be like, but I'm listening to you. I only had a question. The more hungry you are, the more they'll bite you. They'll bite you even harder just because you're trying to be polite. Woo! Man, I listen. Send me some of the links to some of these people y'all telling me about. Who I want to see some of these rock waller fights. I don't want to be in none. I just want to see one. I just want to be one of the ones, and I just want to be sitting in the damn audience. I don't want to be part of no goddamn dog fight. I done learned my lesson. Yeah, to show me what, send me the link because I want to see it. There are a few of them that want to give a thousand. Yeah, and I agree, freelance. That's true. That's true. If you all black, if you want to go on the if you want to go on the rock wall of turf to try to be seen, and you want to overly dominate the rock wallers, then you got to take what's coming. That you can't be going in these man spaces now trying to out talk them, yelling and screaming at dudes and stuff, and all that black woman hear me roar. You can't come on these men spaces doing that. Their man spaces is based on not having any respect or any feelings towards black women. It's not your job to go over there and persuade them and to get them to change their platform. Any woman who does that, she's out of pocket. You cannot do that. And that's the one you'll never catch me doing that. If I get on anybody's panel, if a guy tells me, hey, this how I do things here, take it or leave it. Guess what? I cannot get mad with how that man operates his channel. My thing is, once I have been disrespected, I don't even have nothing bad to say about that person. I just don't rock with him no more. It's as simple as that. It's not for me to do a whole panel on why I don't, I ain't gonna call nobody name out or whatever the case is. I'm gonna just be a woman about it and gracefully walk away. And that's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, you can't get on these dudes' panels talking reckless in their house now. You are asking yourself to get demolished. As a black woman, you don't go in these black men's spaces trying to tell them how to run their house. You do not do that. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. I don't recommend no sister doing that. Bay Bridge when the men talk to them. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you. So some of these, I'm telling you, what some of these black women have to realize is it don't matter if some of these men invite you to their panel. A lot of them they don't invite you for the right reasons. A lot of times they need a female rock baller. And some of these women they're not reading in between the lines. A lot sometimes if a rock waller does invite you to his panel, he's not inviting you there for the right reasons. He's inviting you to be a female rock waller. He wants you to enter. He's using you to be the monkey wrench. He wants you the moment he's getting too much heat or whatever the case is. He wants you to kind of be like his female dog to intervene and to jump in on the other brothers or the other sisters in the chat room or within the panel that he don't feel like dealing with. He'll sick you on him. Like they say, sick 'em, boy, sick 'em. Some of these rock wallers will invite female rock wallers so they can sick them to interrupt to do their dirty work. A lot of that is going on too. So some of these black women have to understand just because a black man is inviting you to his panel, it does not mean he likes you like that. It doesn't mean he's crazy about you. He knows you're a drama queen, and and by him being a drama queen, he knows he could convince you to do his dirty work. And while you thinking he's validating you and he's appreciating you for being on his panel, he has you on there as distraction. A lot of that is going on in the YouTube streets. Um, oh wow, I got to see that. Like I said, I don't mind watching the fights. I just don't want to be in one. I get people like, oh, Mocha, go up there, go up there. Hell no. Don't be sending me to no rock water cage. A lot of y'all see me hanging out in these dudes' panels and y'all tell me, Mocha, won't you go up there? Don't be enticing me to go fight no damn rock wallers. I'm not fighting them. Hell no. I ain't about to get gang raped. Y'all be doing that all the time. Be trying to send me up there. I don't want to talk to none of them dudes. No, thank you. Let me keep my small little channel to myself. I ain't trying to be on display like that. Nope, I'm not about to be demolished. Don't be trying to talk me into going on nobody panel. I get people all the time. Well, Mocha, won't you come up here? No, I'm not dealing with no rock rollers. It's a lot of rock wallers. Not so they could be growling and biting me. I ain't about to get bit. I got bit one time. That's all it took for me. I don't mess with rock rollers or pit bulls. And I don't mess with bloodhounds, but I definitely don't deal with no rock rollers. There's a lot of rock rollers in these YouTube streets that be inviting females on their panels just so either he can make a mockery out of her or he can get her to do his dirty work and be the drama queen to compliment the drama king in him. I'm not about to affiliate with them situations. You sent it. You sent it to me, Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just watch and learn. I'm just gonna watch and learn. So I know what not to damn do. A lot of the stuff that I watch on YouTube is just for me to know what not to do. And that's what it boils down to. But yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, y'all, I'm getting ready to shut it down. It's been pleasant. Like I stated, we have to be careful. Doesn't matter how great you're doing right now. Doesn't matter how successful you're doing. No matter how big your car is. No matter how big your house is. All our graves are going to be the same size, okay? So just be humble with your blessings, and don't try to sabotage other people who you feel are not doing as great as you, who you feel are not as successful as you. Give everybody their time to shine. Like it took you a while. It was some hurdles you had to jump. It was some obstacles you had to face to get to where you are. Give everybody their time. Everybody got their time. Appreciate you, freelance. Appreciate you, cool gent. Appreciate Kels. Um, a lot of y'all in here, Dion, Reg, Angela, Shaw, Missy, all of y'all that were here, I appreciate it or whatever. It's definitely been wonderful. And again, just be humble with your blessings. Those who are on top, you always can have your day where you can go right back to the bottom. So be very careful with how you treat folks, right? Again, this is your girl, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth and break you off with a slice of knowledge. Also, before I shut it down, I meant to tell y'all this. I'm going to do an old school battle night. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get with Kels. I'm gonna get with Cool J. I'm gonna get with a couple of people. We're gonna do the old school battle. So I want to set it up for Friday. Oh, you know what? I can't do it this weekend. I apologize. I got too much company coming in. My daughter's going to be graduating this week here. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get with all of y'all next Friday. We're gonna do what's called an old school battle. So look out in your emails. I'm gonna send it to certain people. So on that note, y'all, it's your girl Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm gonna always pour you a cup of truth and break you off with a slice of knowledge. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care.